Okay, I finally got through to an individual who would not answer their phone for 24 hours. And everything is hearsay amongst that individual and me. And everything is totally opposite when it comes to what actually took place. So, I'm just sick to death of hearsay things that people don't do anything about, and that's called domestic violence. And that's called Lorraine and Mr. Bobbitt. The one guy I talked to recently, was like, yeah, but she cut his private off. I said, no, he had it sewn back on, and he was doing porn. He was like, I didn't know that. Well, people didn't follow stories that are like that outrageous. Yeah, that's totally unbelievable. So that's why, I mean, if he was never a bad guy again, I know for a fact, for 5 years, or let's just say 4 years of total torture that he gave to Lorraine Bob. I mean, complete, total mental and physical torture. Now, I'm just saying the year, that he would have given her a break because he cheated on her all the time. He wasn't around because he's drinking with his drinking buddies, cheating on her all the time, but then he comes home and he rapes her. And this took place all fighting her, raping her. Horrible. And the individual that had my phone turned off for 24 hours, he did not think that anything bad happened to Lorraine and thought that Lorraine was lying. Of course he did. And of course he thinks LaToya Jackson lied. Unfortunately, victims never have a say. And even, when they actually do have a say, people won't listen to them anyway. Because they were already lied about. So then they believe that lie. And in my case, it's a horrifying picture that I took when I was demon-possessed drunk. And it's not funny at all. And I'll just say it caused me a lot of rape. And especially in 2017. Horrifying to say, I was gang raped. Because of that picture. That I had nothing to do with. I did not hack that up on my Facebook in 2012. And I think they're still playing around with it. I really do. How would I know? I have no access, at all. I never had, that's why I couldn't plug into any of these multimillionaires, and then, whatever. I'd make 50 or $100 easy, right? But they're multimillionaires. I mean, my whole question isn't, why can't you just help me out with $1,000? And I wouldn't even dent your little pocketbook. So they all lie. They all say they're there for you. Well, just try us out. Well, we don't think you're serious. Why? Because I'm not giving you 50 lousy bucks. So, yeah. To get back to the hearsay. Right. Get back to one of the worst domestic violent relationships there ever was in history. It might have been Tina Turner. It might have been... Could have been LaToya Jackson and her dad. Tina Turner and her man. Super violent. Michael Jackson and LaToya's dad. Super violent. You can just tell in their eyes. Okay, now getting back to your mind categorizes, violence. Like, I was, let's just say this was 10 years ago. It wasn't, but I'm, making it very general. I recently talked to an individual, and I'm like, where did your violence come from? It was your mom. It wasn't your dad. I was trying to get, was it your dad? Was it your dad? Did your dad ever physically or verbally threaten you? Did he ever threaten you verbally and say, I want to kill you? Did he ever do that? I think your mom did that, not your dad. Tell me if your dad ever did that. Your dad wasn't around. Answer. He won't answer. He has to manipulate and think of a scheme of a word to say. Like, no, I can't give, you want a direct answer. You want someone to answer quickly. I guess I'll do that soon, too. But, you want somebody to answer quickly, and he can't do that. So, apparently, his worst abuse came from foster care. And it's just a horrifying story with, some kid in the foster care had, big, huge nails, in a board, rammed into him, thrown in the basement. I mean, just horror stories. How did little children make it? Who knows? So, and I never ever heard that before. So the individual lies to me and doesn't tell me the whole story, and then when I get real, a little, like, narcissists give little tiny breadcrumbs to make you follow them. Here's a big one. A 2x4, a lot of nails, and, harmed, almost killed a kid thrown in the cellar. I know you care about people. There's a breadcrumb. Are you going to take it? No, I'm not going to take that breadcrumb. I refuse to take the breadcrumb. Like, it's sad that people are abused, but they don't have to abuse other people. It's something I never did. I was abused to death, but I never, ever abused another human being. But my son Alex, one time, I screamed at him, made him cry. He was like 5, 6, 7. And I was like, oh my God, I did that to you. I hurt you that. Holy shit. I'm so sorry. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I can't believe it. So that's being real. And that's what should happen to every single child and every single domestic violent situation that ever takes place. But these people are in total denial. They will never, ever, ever admit to any of their wrongs. And you have to, consider, okay, well, they were really violent to me. Where did they get that at? They must have been hurt that bad in the past. I want to know. Who did it to you that you're doing it to me? And I have to put up with all of your hell. So somebody creates hell in another person's life, abusing them to death when they're a kid or whatever. And then they go and they abuse somebody else with it. But there's some people that don't abuse at all, or just scream out in pure hell, scream out in trauma of all the hell that they've been through. And then that person's labeled crazy. Oh, well, they're acting crazy. Well, what happened to them? What happened to that individual that makes them look crazy? Oh, were they around an insane abuser? Was Mr. Bobbin around those certain years that he tortured a woman called Lorraine? Could that be a possibility? What about the Turpins? They gave them a wrong sentence, did they not? Yes, they did. House of Horror gave them a wrong sentence. They should be working in a facility 10 to 15 hours a day, every day, and paying those children back all the pennies, that they make in whatever facility that is. And just keep cameras on them 24/7. So you're paying for everything. Here, we decided to give you a piece of bread and some water today. Maybe we'll give you a little bit better food tomorrow. We don't care. The abuse you've done is gross, and this is your sentence for life. And that's the way the Turpins should have been happened to them. If you would go and kill them, that's not doing anything. They should be working for the rest of their lives for the children that they tortured. Joe Jackson should have done the same thing for his family. He tortured that family. I think their dad's name is Joe Jackson. He tortured the Michael Jackson family. He tortured LaToya. Then he should have paid back her. He should have been put in a facility and paid her back all the damage that he's done. And that's just what should take place with domestic violence. Take the perpetrator away.